Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. It's about 11 o'clock here. I'm up cleaning out the ride. It's amazing how quickly that thing fills up with dog hair. Soka's out here hanging out with me. Just working on some impulse control with her. And I'm going to do because it's Sunday, I'm just going to do one lesson today from my dog, my Buddha. Very excited that let me switch this. I'm very excited that Kimberly is following along with us, so we can get thoughts from the author as well, which is awesome. So I'm happy this is going well. So this is my second time reading this book. I read it a few years ago when I originally got it. So looks like 2 is really small. So I might do 2 and 3. Just kind of roll with it. But number 2 is we teach others how to treat us. Real quick, tethering. Tethering her up for a stay. She cannot fail. She cannot fail. She can't leave that spot. I'm not gonna tell her to sit. I'm not gonna tell her to down. I'm simply gonna tell her to stay. By having her tethered, she cannot leave that spot. When I'm working with her and I'm not distracted by something else, I will have her sit or down and hold that. And I just have to get up and go reinforce the sit if she breaks it, or reinforce it down. But right now, I want to focus on this. So all I want her to do is stay. She's tethered, she can't fail. So we teach others how to treat us. We teach others how to treat us. This goes for both human and canine, through what we permit and do not permit, what we stand for and what we negotiate. What we allow will always continue. How we allow others to treat us is directly related to our level of self-worth and self-concept. How good enough we feel we are. When I started working with a life coach, dog trainer, business manager, I'm not sure exactly what the exact name is, but one thing she asked me was, why are you charging so little? For the level of years, experience, who you've worked with, who you've learned from, what you know, why are you charging so little? And it was self-worth. At the time where I was in my life, I didn't think I was worth it, and that has changed. That has changed. But so we're getting right into it here. Our level of self-confidence, self-acceptance, self-love, and appreciation. Self-respect and learning how to establish rules, boundaries, and perimeters with our dogs. We learn how to do this in our personal lives as well. For this sets the tone for any relationship, regardless of species, in any household. So many of you know for years, I would take calls at 11 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock in the morning, Sundays. I had no boundaries. I made myself available 24 hours a day. And it was just exhausting. As much as I love what I do, it was exhausting. I didn't set boundaries. Now, as many of you know, I have set boundaries. I don't answer my phone on Sundays. On my day off, my phone's on Do Not Disturb. However, I love my students and I love their dogs. So for true emergencies, that's a little different. So I always say call. If I don't answer, call back. Now, if it turns out it's not a true emergency, I might get a little upset about it, but nobody ever takes advantage of that. So true emergencies, yes, my phone's always on, but I have learned to set boundaries. Without this, lines will always be skewed. Expectations gone amiss, disappointment and resentment abound, and buttons and envelopes constantly tested and pushed. Creating and sticking to these healthy boundaries isn't mean, bad, or cruel. It's necessary. and is enforced out of respect for ourselves, our dogs, and others. Yeah, in regards to what we let our dogs get away with, I think that kind of equates to this a little bit. My boundaries right now are just stay in place. You don't have to sit, you don't have to down, just stay in place. So I've set the boundaries of what I want my dog to do right now. And by tethering, again, those boundaries can't be crossed. They can't be crossed. So be clear in your boundaries too. Definitely be clear. Creating and sticking to these healthy boundaries is, oh, okay, I read that part. What we don't address, we give permission to continue to occur. What we don't disagree with automatically receives our consent. Being clear with what makes us feel comfortable and uncomfortable and what is appropriate and inappropriate will help everyone get on the same page. Respect begets respect. When we respect ourselves, we won't allow anything less from others. When it comes to aggression, not saying anything is no different than telling the dog, keep doing what you're doing. So that's why when we talk about aggression, it's always unprovoked aggression is never tolerated. It's always a correction. Wait. And eating plastic is not tolerated either. Nope. All right, I'm going to go to 3 real quick. Self-awareness is the gateway to change. Humans are emotional creatures. We develop beliefs and assumptions about ourselves and the world around us at a very early age. This becomes the very lens we start to filter our existence through and what drives our behaviors, reactions, and responses. Dog helps us to become more self-aware, challenging us in a way if you can, mirroring and reflecting back to us the very energy we bring into each space. Very true. They encourage us to figure out what we've lost so we can dial back in, reconnect, and recover our truest nature. The moment we become aware of how our energy affects those around us, a beautiful shift happens. We begin taking responsibility and becoming more accountable of what we're manufacturing internally and projecting externally. Oi, Tamil, Swati. So now, because I told her to sit, I have to enforce that sit. Swati, Zinzin. Zinzin. What we feel on the inside carries a vibration and current that emanates from us into a world around us. Nervousness, anxiety, fear, frustration, stress, impatience, anger, insecurity, tension. Zinzin. In the animal world, this energy is unbalanced and unstable. It's not to be trusted, nor will it be respected or followed. Conversely, calm, patience, confidence, groundedness, red, unemotional, these types of energy carry a much different, more stable vibe animals naturally gravitate towards. Suwate. Zinzin. I apologize, guys. Next time I'll do the next one without a puppy. When we make the effort to be less reactive and more proactive, less emotional and more grounded, less results driven and more process driven, we're able to tap into that peaceful, calm space that exists within each of us. This is our truest nature. Self-awareness doesn't happen overnight, nor does the establishment of trust and respect. As with everything worthwhile, it's both a daily, even momentary practice. Dog lovingly says, take each day as it comes, breathe fully and deeply. It's important we take the time to get to know ourselves on a more intimate level, addressing the beliefs and operating systems underlying our actions, reactions, and behavior. The more we can bring ourselves into a healthy, more grounded space, the better our relationships will be with others, our dogs, and ourselves. Today's mantra, I shed, release, and surrender all I thought I was, so I can step fully into all I already am. That day. Absolutely beautiful book. The way she breaks this into lessons, so I told her tate, which is stand. because I'm to the point now where I'm starting to get frustrated with her breaking the sit. So rather than get frustrated, I'm just gonna release, and she can still maintain her stay. But breaking this into lessons like this, in short lessons, it's easy to comprehend what she's writing. Me personally, reading out loud helps me a lot to process what's written. When I love to read, I also like it's not tiny writing. Otherwise, I have to have on my glasses. But when you get into long-winded paragraphs and stuff like that, it just, for me anyways, I tend to kind of check out as far as the whole comprehension thing. So keeping these short like this, very impactful. Great stuff. So that was 3 and 4, guys. Hope everyone has a beautiful Sunday, and we'll see you guys this week. God bless everyone.